Okay, so we're live on Gauntlet's Hangout. I've got a cold, that's why I sound bloody awful. This is Monster of the Week in the Dresden Files universe. It's just before the Red Court White Council War, so it's during book 1 and 2, you might say. So just before that, it's set in Denver, 2010, because if you think about the books, it was like 10 years ago when that happened. And yeah, Denver is a sort of mid-sized city in the US for people who know nothing about it. And yeah, we're playing with the gauntlet, so the X card is in use. If there's something that comes up, just say X, stop, or do the X sign or whatever and say it's something you're not comfortable with. One of my things is no harm to kids, not implied, not directly said or anything. It's, I'm a dad, I worry enough about that stuff. Does anyone else have a thing like terrified of spiders or anything they specifically don't want? No one? No.
Probably like animal abuse or like gratuitous animal abuse would be like a line for me.
Yep. Okay. Don't think that's likely to come up, but yeah, no worries. Yeah, so it's Monster of the Week PBTA game, powered by the Apocalypse. For anyone watching that hasn't ever played those games, they're awesome. Let's have a look. So yes, we're just going through creating playbooks now. I figured with the history questions, if we just do 2 each, so each character is linked to sort of 2 others, and that'll do. Otherwise, yeah, we'll be here all night. Yeah, anyone have any questions? Far away.
So I was just gonna say I can create my character last because I literally on a train came up with a dozen different things I could play. So if you guys choose it, I can try and fill the void in moves and stuff, So yeah, I'll go last basically.
Anyone have any ideas?
I'm kind of interested in the summoned, if that would be appropriate.
The what? I know nothing about it. What's the elevator pitch of that one?
Oh boy.
It says I was called here, don't know why, don't know where from, but I got this sense like there's destiny waiting for me. I think real soon we're gonna find out why it was called. But I have this feeling it's for something bad, real bad. But basically it's a monster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking of the monsters, so
that's a fairly broad category. Do you mean like
the monsters playbook?
Yeah, there's a bunch of sort of sub things under that.
So I don't know exactly what's the aim, but I was thinking something like a succubus.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be like a white coat vampire?
Yeah, that would probably be a white court vampire, but you could still just put it as a succubus. And so, do you know anything about the Dresdenverse?
I do not.
No. So it's modern setting, supernatural creatures usually running around. There's different sorts of vampires, different sorts of werewolves, ghosts, demons, spirits, all sorts of stuff. White court vampire pretty much are succubus and incubi. So you could probably take what you want out of succubus and vampire and mash it together, and we'll just say, yep, you're white court, that's fine. Generally, the white court runs, porn industry, prostitution, some gambling rackets, and that. The good stuff in life. In most towns.
They're scary Twilight vampires.
Then maybe I should be something else.
No, these are the good kind. These are the good kind. Seriously, they're all right. Yeah,
they can run around in daylight, unlike the other black and red courts. But
So I guess they're more like vampires, though. They suck on blood and.
No, they feed on emotion.
Yeah, they feed on emotion, like lust or fear or.
So their curse would be feed of some
Yes,
sort?
yes, yep.
I was thinking pure drive lust, but
Yeah,
sure.
that's fine.
Because, succubus.
As for the summoned, yeah, as long as you don't look too monstrous, because you are going to be walking around the city streets and stuff.
Okay, so maybe something somewhat subtle, but mostly humanoid.
Yeah, yeah. But other than that, I think that fits in fairly well.
Okay, yeah, and I also don't really know the Dresden verse very well. I did like a little Wikipedia reading beforehand, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I know the general sense, but
It's fairly broad range of supernatural stuff, but most of the stuff have some sort of human form. And then when shit gets real, they vamp out, wolf out, whatever.
I joined the game like an hour ago, so I have no idea about anything.
That's right.
So I mean, my top of my head suggestion for like a summoned character would be like from the Never Never, like there's always like in the Dresden verses like the magic world on the other side of the real world. So you're like some creature from the other side of the real world that's been drawn into, like, and that can be like a fairy thing or a demon or whatever, right? Like, it's the kitchen sink of fantasy worlds. Everything is in the Dresden verse, honestly.
Yeah. The Never Never sort of hell, the astral plane, and the fairy realm all rolled into one. It's massive. So it's a fairly broad area of stuff to say, yeah, I'm from here.
okay.
So, if I am a succubus demon, would I be a dark master or more lust?
Go for lust, man.
Sure.
That's what you want to go. That's what you wanted to go for in the first place, right? So, like, just go for it.
Yeah. It's my thing lately.
Do you have any ideas, Tom?
I'm just reading through some of these extra playbooks because I haven't seen these ones before. Would there be space for a divine in Dresdenverse?
Yeah, because they're basically the Knights of the Cross are basically divines. They can basically God teleports them to wherever they need to be and stuff, and it's like, well, that's straight up divine.
Right.
Or I was thinking about another way you could do the divine is you could be a knight of one of the fairy courts. So, like, your patron would be one of the fairy courts and would. And
it doesn't have to be a Christian version. You could be a knight of Dagda or Thor or Thoth or one of the ancient gods or whatever. Which again gives you a fairly broad scope to pull from. You could be the divine of Tezcatlipoca and you're basically an evil cultist.
Yeah, okay.
Now, being Monster of the Week, you are generally considered the good guys. That doesn't mean you have to be saints, but yeah, you're generally heroes trying to help mortals.
So, based on all that, and given like that we've got a summoned and a monstrous character and a Knight of the Cross, I think I'll just go with what I thought would be the most in-demand playbook of all, and I will go with the Spellslinger, and I will be a straight-up wizard, because they're kind of like the baseline of the Dresden verse is the White Council, the wizards and stuff, like the people that. So like.
Are you a hedge wizard to sort of do your own thing, or are you a member of the White Council?
I think the Spellslinger book looks like it would be like a low-level member of the White Council, like not a warden or anything, but like
not yet.
But they have got like pretty powerful magic compared to like just the general use magic ability.
Yeah.
So,
that's fine.
So yeah, cool.
Yeah, I'll give you a few minutes to sort of go through there, and then we'll go to questions.
If anyone has any questions about like the Dresden verse, I literally read the whole book in like the last day, so I'm happy to come
The
up with
last
anything.
day.
There's an RPG book. It's like a guide to the world. So like I read the books like 7 or 8 years ago and gave up halfway through, and I read the RPG book in the last day and was like, oh yeah. If only I liked Jim Butcher's writing more than I like his ideas. No offense to Jim Butcher.
None.
None.
I have to choose 2 moves. That's annoying. Because I want flight. I like to fly, but no. This time.
Now, Erez, are you doing a succubus or an incubus, a male or female sort of presenting?
Good question. I had no idea.
All right, you can think about it and decide straight away.
Never played a female character. Not that I will this time, but yeah.
The last time I got to play, there were 4 men playing, but 3 of the characters are female, and the other one was Faye. He was very androgynous, so it's like, oh, okay, this is different, but it was good.
So maybe something more androgynous. That would be.
How much luck are we playing with?
That's a good question. Because normally you start with 9, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm thinking
wonder if, like,
6. I'm going to mark 3 off. So
Can I make a bold suggestion for 5?
I would second that. Yeah. Because with
Okay.
3 sessions, you're gonna burn through it. I mean, that's the thing, right? It needs to be valuable. So I played a 4-session game with 7 luck, and that was still way too much.
Yeah. I'm not hearing any counter arguments, so okay, 5.
Where would you even mark that? Oh, here. I never played the system, so be prepared to explain.
Okay.
Erez, it's the
Yeah.
same as Eoten Ward.
Yeah, I
Alan's
remember that
game.
that one is
Yeah.
based on this one, but like,
Yeah. So I mean, like it all runs the same. The character that you were is the divine in this, pretty much. So
gonna go opposite then.
Not necessarily. Succubus don't have to be nasty. They just, when they're
Well-
hungry, they feed on lust or whatever, you know. They could still have a heart of gold and do things for the right reasons or whatever.
They are demons, though.
Yeah, but I mean, they could be a private investigator and they just act a bit saucy to get questions out of people or whatever. They're still doing good, so to speak. Although the good guys generally do a lot of punching and shooting because it is very Hollywood-esque sort of style. And being the Dresdenverse, magic tends to upset electric and electronic stuff. So whenever we fail with that, I got to remember to weave that into the story. And that shouldn't be too hard. How are we all doing with moves and everything?
There is so much variety.
Yeah.
I'm all good, and it's just writing it down into the character keeper. But I've certainly got it all here, so I don't mind. I'm ready to go whenever, basically, because I can always just fill it in as we play.
All right.
Is it okay for me not to choose the 3 organizations and groups that respect my power, given that I don't know what the 3 organizations and groups would be?
Yeah, we can skip that bit. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll just fill them in as we go, right? 'Cause I'm going to put one of them down as a white council, or like Yeah, but then, you know, white court, red court, etc. Who knows, right? So.
Okay. All right. Will, since you seem to be a little bit further ahead, I think, do you want to choose 2 history questions? See if chuck them out to the group. See if anyone wants to link to them.
Sure. So. So 3 supernatural friends. So they act as your conscience when the power goes to your head. Ask them about the last time this happened. Now, I would maybe put that towards Tom as the divine. You know,
For
like
what?
so you act as my hunter's conscience when the power goes to my head.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. No worries.
Yeah.
That works.
Do you have a suggestion for the last time this happened?
Not at this stage, just yet.
No.
We'll come back to that.
We'll
Put a pin
fill
in
that one in later. Yeah, we'll put a pin in that. And the other one I will go for is an old rivalry has turned into a tight friendship. And I would say that's either Erez or is it Rahi or Raji?
It's Raji.
Rahi. Sorry, I still didn't catch that. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Raji.
Raji, cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, either one of you two. Maybe an old rivalry and a tight friendship. Maybe Raji. Maybe the summoned, right? Maybe like I encountered you in the Never Never in the supernatural world beforehand, and so like
Yeah. Sounds good.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe one of you was trying to protect someone, the other one was trying to hunt them, and you're like, no.
yeah, sounds good. So I tell you what we fought over. So yeah, that sounds perfect to me, right? Like, well, we'll see what kind of summoned you want to be. Like, what is your idea for your basis, right? When you're all done, and then we'll come up with something on that.
Yeah, I'm thinking, some kind of demon, but mostly human looking, except for a couple of like animal features that can be easily hidden with clothing.
Well, maybe somebody else summoned you in the past, right? And like I
Mhm.
fought you multiple times, but now you're not under their control anymore. Like that was the rivalry, right? Like and maybe I killed the person who previously had you bound. And so like that's the formation of our friendship, right? That was our rivalry and that was our friendship, is that ice.
Yeah, I like that.
Cool.
Okay. Anyone else ready to do some questions? Or
So I have to choose some sort of aura or something like that. Sinister aura, powerful aura. Is that anything to do with like game stuff, or it's just like the feeling people get around it?
let's have a look. Yeah, it's just a feeling. It's not really magic per se.
Something around bestial lust
Just
aura.
something about the way you move or the way you smell.
So yeah, lust aura. That would fit.
Yeah. No worries.
Do I need to choose a mission, or can we skip that because we're doing a short run?
Yeah. Yeah, you can skip that. It's,
Yep.
If at some point you go, oh, actually, this could be my mission, I'm here to do that, then it's fine. We'll weave it in when it makes
Okay, sure.
sense.
No worries.
So I think I chose 2 questions.
Okay, yep.
The first one, they tried to slay you, but you proved you're on their side of good. Ask them what convinced them. And there's like this one really good character that might.
Well, it could be the divine, could be the spell slinger. I could see that for. Actually, all the way the summoned as well. Once he was free.
Technically.
Anyone sort of want to grab that
Maybe.
one?
What was
I
the
mean, I'd be
question?
happy-
Sorry?
Hmm?
What was the statement again?
What was it? They tried to slay you, but you proved you're on the side of good. Ask them what convinced them.
I do like that, actually. Yeah, I do like that.
Demon. I had a tail too.
Yeah, exactly. Hmm.
I was going to have wings, but I didn't take flight, so I don't have wings.
Okay. Oh, wow. So
So I assume you like that.
I think, yeah, look, I like that, but I think I'll come back to the answer later if that's okay.
Okay.
Maybe you just saw the succubus's potential. You sort of, your eyes met and you saw, had like
Oh,
a bit of a soul gaze moment.
I like that. Yeah, that's good. We'll go with that. That sounds reasonable.
So what was it?
So I looked into your eyes and I could see the truth of your intent.
Well, when you look in my eyes, I might just decide to, use my powers. But sure.
But
Maybe that's what happened. Maybe you didn't use your powers, and that was enough for me to go. Maybe I should rethink my actions here.
So this has to be the second one because it's gonna make for so much drama. You are romantically obsessed with them. Ask them if they know and if they reciprocate. Who wants me to be romantically obsessed with him?
I mean, you choose, Eris. I'm more than happy. I'm more than happy to step into that if you like.
I mean, they could be oblivious to it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, so I mean, I would say that. Yeah, I think Joseph Graves, my White Council wizard, is oblivious to and just thinks that it's part of your general love for for all victims, all potential prey.
Or it could be ego thing. You think, oh, everyone wants to get with a wizard.
Yeah. No, I hadn't quite imagined him as that arrogant. Yeah. Not everybody wants to know the wizard stuff.
Dear. Yeah. So,
Some people do. Okay.
So I have some questions. Let's see. One of you sees my human side, and I have to ask you why.
Erez doesn't have anything with you, does he? The succubus doesn't have anything with you.
Yeah. Can investigate
I
again?
think
I don't think anyone's linked to the divine yet.
I am. He's my conscience.
Oh, yep. Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear the question.
Oh, one of you sees my human side, ask them why.
And you are the
summoned.
Summoned. I think I just don't see a demon in you, and I'm a demon, so I would actually know. So like maybe you're just not as summoned as you think you are, and I just know it. I don't feel anything from you.
All right. What was your character's name again?
It's called they called Lemon Ada,
Okay.
and Lemon Ada. Because you can just call the lamb,
Lem.
because that
Okay.
would make it
That's
easier.
funny. Yeah.
So I have one question. I think it's best for Raji, to be honest. But it could go for Eris. So you are an abomination and should be destroyed. Except I can't. Why?
That is a good question. Wonder if there's since there's all these kind of aspects of me that are pointing to be having a human side. Would
I'm
it
wondering-
be something in your code that like I'm part human, so you can't do it, or? is there
I was
something
wondering if
about
you
that?
got like the same grandmother or something.
Oh, that's interesting.
Saying what was that? Sorry?
No, you had the same grandmother.
Oh,
And
okay.
you don't have other
Okay.
family sort of things, so they're all that's left. Just an idea.
Interesting.
Isn't he the summon though?
Yeah, well, there you go. Maybe he looked like your grandfather or your twin that died 10 years ago or something. There's some sort
That's
of
the cool one.
family switch that's...
Interesting.
Or
I like
maybe
that. Why?
he's your grandfather.
Well, that could be the secret, right? That's what happened to Granddad all those years ago. He turned into a demon.
He's not a demon.
So it's not like a full-on demon, is that right? I mean, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure yet.
Regardless, I think that's a good answer. Like, it's just that there's a human part of you that you don't have the right to destroy.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll kind of make myself half human. We can say that's a thing, because I think it's pointing to some of the other stuff people are saying, and why Lim would kind of not think of me as a demon because they're more of a demon than me, that kind of thing.
I just don't sense your aura.
Yeah.
Creatures
Cool.
have auras, and you just don't have one.
Lem's met plenty of people, just regular people that are, basically evil to the core. So it's like, well, this guy isn't like that.
Yeah. I met monsters too, so it's like... There's another question somewhere, right?
Tom, are you going with sort of the Christian bent to the divine, or one of the pagan religions, or Buddhist, or...
I think, yeah, more Christian, sort of lifestyle thing. In fact, that might be good. I might just go and switch things up and make that a female rather than a man. There you go. That's
No
cool.
worries.
Yes, something along those lines.
Okay. Let's have a look. Bloody hell. Okay.
Oh,
Gotta see. Oh, sorry.
one question. Sorry. So we just to link with one, like have one link with each player, and then we're done
I
with
was
those,
just going
right?
to go 2 each sort of thing. Well, yeah,
Oh,
2
okay.
each per character. I was trying to see if there's something that sort of would hook you all together. The two things I thought of, one is one of the White Councils, so like the Order of allegedly good guy wizards, just hired you guys to hang out in town, do whatever, and just try and protect mortals from, you know, the seedier elements of supernatural. Or you all met at college, and there's some sort of bee spirit that was trying to control people through bee stings. Or if someone else has got a cool idea, chuck it out, mate. Chuck it out.
I like the B one because I just can't stand it, and I'm like, that can't exist.
That one's really interesting, so I kind of gravitate towards that.
Yeah, why not? Right.
Are we going to B? Okay, that makes sense.
Well, we all met on that case, right? You know, we all helped kill the bee demon, the bee stinger.
I see. Yeah. Okay. Sure. So I have a question for Will.
Hmm?
This will be my last. This will be my last history question. So there's two options here. I haven't chosen my mission either. This could be my mission. My mission could be one of the other hunters has a crucial role to play in events to come. I must prepare them for their role and protect them at any cost. And there's a following question with that. That's my history with you is you have a crucial role in what is to come. I'm here to guide and defend you.
Yeah. I mean, both those
Does that
sound
work?
good, right? Yeah, both those sound
Yeah.
good. Like, that's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously, as a fledgling wizard of the White Council, I'm very happy to have holy powers protecting me as well.
Yeah, because you've both got targets on your backs, basically, in the supernatural community.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that sounds good to you, Blake, to have that as my mission?
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. All right, let's do that.
So, hang on, are you both looking after someone else, or are you kind of looking after each other?
Oh no, I'm looking after, like, my mission is to look after Will's character.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and, like, I'm here to guide and defend Will. That's it.
Oh, I've been waiting for that for a long time, man. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Apologies in advance, okay?
Okay.
So there's this aspect to my playbook called Apocalypse, and it says you are destined to bring about the apocalypse. You may or may not know about it yet, but you have at least come across some hints of your destiny.
Yeah.
And then I have to pick a sign of the apocalypse that has already been revealed to me.
Okay. The way I think I'll interpret that is the apocalypse will be a bit like the death card in tarot. In it actually represents change. It could be the start of a new era, such as more magic or less magic or demon invasion or whatever it is. Doesn't have to be the end of the world, but there'll be a significant change in the universe. And as for the sign, well, you can make up what you like. But yeah, that doesn't mean it has to happen in the first session you play it either, because that's, yeah.
Yeah, I guess when I use luck, I trigger another sign of the apocalypse.
So you're like a time bomb, a plot time bomb.
Yeah,
Cool.
and then it's your job to bring the sign into the story. So I'll just leave those open. So.
But you know, by all means, if you get an idea, chuck it at us and we'll try and roll with it.
Yeah, sounds good.
How are we all doing? Are we sort of close to ready to go, or?
I just got to finish off my stat line.
We just need a name for Tom's character.
Well, it's got to be Joan, right?
Joan.
Georgie.
Sure, Joan of Arc.
Yeah. Only version of that I've seen is a Mila Jovovich one. What? Why is this? When I hover over these things, it's got anonymous chinchilla, anonymous bat, the hell? This spreadsheet's
That's
weird.
that's people looking at the spreadsheet and like
That's us.
the
You never knew that? You never noticed?
No, I thought, is there something in my water here? What's going on?
When someone
You've been
doesn't join it with his name, then it just shows an anonymous animal of some sort. Oh, I got it. I don't know who's whom even. Like you just
No, you never know who's who. I always hope I'm like the ferret or the guinea pig or whatever, right? But I literally have had people in my job ring up going like, "We're being hacked. There's an anonymous ferret looking at my spreadsheet."
Well, those are some funky.
I used to get calls of people saying, "Oh, I heard there's an outrage going on." I'm like, "There's an outage going on. People are annoyed about it, but yes." Okay.
Do I need to do any more connections, or am I good?
Nah. So you got two
Okay.
each or whatever. That's fine. All right. So we're doing a short or long-term course at college. There's a bee spirit demon thing is controlling people, possibly on a revenge kick because someone chopped down too many trees in the park or whatever. But in a sense, we're getting hurt. And you've kept in touch since then. Just what's going on with mortals and stuff. Now, where do we got? Have we got chosen? Nope. Expert, flake, and shit. None of them. We've just got divines. There's only one start of session move I have to worry about. Oh no, unless the summon's got one. Does the summon have a start of session, beginning of the session move thing? I don't think so. Where the hell is that gone? Ah. Yeah, we're still there. It's all going quiet.
Still here.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Joan, oh, you did go, Joan. Okay, so look.
there's a startup session move.
For some playbooks, like the Divine has one, the Expert, Flake. I don't know if the Summoned has one, no?
It's not mandatory, and I don't think I took it.
No worries. All right, we're going to skip that then. All right.
I think I'm done, by the way.
No worries. Okay, Joseph, the Spell Slinger.
Oh, I changed it to Jack just because Tom's going with Joan, so I didn't want it to be the similar sounding thing. So yeah, sorry, Jack Graves.
Jack Graves. Sounds like a detective name. Okay.
Like Harry Dresden, right?
Yeah, pretty much. All right, Jack Graves. All right. So Jack has heard around. Recently, there's been a series of break-ins and all of the places targeted were in the supernatural community.
All the targets have been in the super. They've been hedge wizards. Have they been like mortal supernatural people?
One mortal and two other.
Two other. I would like to go pay a visit to the mortal.
All right. Are you the mortal? That one. Are you calling up any of your college buddies?
I think for now it's poking my nose in before I call upon my companions, because I don't at the moment. It's just break-ins, right? Like a Wizard of
Yep.
the White Council. A Wizard. Don't trust me. I will metagamingly go straight to my buddies to bring players into the thing, right? I just thought we'd come up with a reason why I should call someone first.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you go and see him. Okay, so there's a guy called Albert. He's got like a bookshop. He also does a radio show as well. By bookshop, I mean it's a psychic shop. There's crystals, there's eagle feathers, there's books, there's dream catchers, there's the works. But he also does a radio show. And yeah, his place has been broken into. It's in the CBD of Denver. Oh, it's autumn, by the way. So it's wind cold. And in Denver, apparently, it snows more than it rains.
Yep. Winter court's in power here in Denver.
Every damn year. Okay.
Every damn year. So, Albert, I hear
Hello,
someone
Jack.
broke in.
It's good to see you. Yeah. Don't know what's going on
Yeah.
there.
So what they take?
Well, that's just it. They kind of made a mess and tipped over a lot of stuff. But I can't. I mean, some things are broken, but I can't see anything missing.
That's
There's
weird.
more than one big guy going, by the way, things have been knocked over. You can kind of tell they weren't. Well, they seem clumsy. There's a bit of security footage, but it's a bit grainy. They're big, stocky guys in trench coats.
Oh, okay. And no one saw anything?
Just the camera. No one was here. This was, late at night. I heard I was on my radio show in the other room, but
Well, yeah, soundproof room, right?
yeah.
So, mind if I take a look at the footage? I'll keep my distance. I don't want to blow it like last time.
Yeah, that's all good. Have you thought about coming on the show? It'd be good to talk to a genuine spell person to sort of the listeners demand to hear your good works.
Yeah, the council doesn't really approve of outside messaging.
Yeah. Okay.
You remember that? You remember that conversation we had to have that time you found that book?
Yeah. Okay. All right, but yeah, if you want to have a look around, and he sort of turns his phone off and steps back, walks away.
So I would like to investigate the scene, perhaps.
All right, roll plus sharp.
Cool. Do we have a dice roller?
Oh, no, I forgot that. Or you can just use your own. We're all adults or whatever. It's all good.
Well, for now, I'll just use the roll 5, and then I'll go get my real dice, and I can roll them for the first time ever. Oh, cool! I have got a 11 on that.
Okay, so yeah, hold 2. So, do you want to read out the questions, or you got them there, or?
I do have them there.
All right. While you have a think about it, would any of the other 3 be in a sort of psychic bookstore, knickknacks store, or not? If you don't think it's appropriate.
I mean, I will say that the divine character would literally go so the way they work in the Dresden world is they are literally just everywhere they need to be when they need to be. Like, they don't go get a vision from God. They just happen to be in the right place at the right time.
I might be in a knick-knack store.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. So we can say lemons there. Yeah, so there's, dream catchers, crystals for divination or meditation, and Every book for every sort of psychic, magic, supernatural stuff under the sun is there.
Okay. Well, I'm ready to ask my questions. If, got it. What happened here is the obvious one.
Yeah, it looks like they weren't just stealing stuff; they were looking for something.
Okay.
There's several drag marks where they've moved shelves or like those spinning sort of holders of holds up all the goods and that. Yeah, they've moved stuff around. They were looking for something.
Right.
They weren't like professional burglars or nothing because they just smashed the window and stepped in. There was no attempt to pick the lock or, disable the camera or nothing.
Right. Okay. I wonder if by perhaps looking at the camera footage, I'd be able to answer the question, what sort of creature is it?
They just look like three big guys in trench coats.
Okay, three big guys in trench. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said they were the security. Sorry, you said that was off the security footage, didn't you?
Yes.
Never mind. Yeah. Then never mind. I would also ask, is there anything being concealed here?
Is there anything being concealed here? No.
No, nothing's being concealed here. Just
Nope.
just looks like.
Those are just badly attempted, look for thing, and that's it.
Can I make a suggestion then for what's being concealed here? Is I'll take a step around the corner of a shelf and come face to face with Mezgi, who was shopping for, as we mentioned earlier, who was in the shop already, poking around as a
I
customer.
thought Lem was in the shop. Oh,
Lem is. I think you got the characters mixed up. Lem is Ares' character, and Mezgi is Raji's character.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm fine with either way. There was a part in character creation where I had to select something I guess I like, and one of them was antiques, which is actually what I chose.
okay.
So it might make sense.
Yeah, sweet. Exactly. Yeah, you're holding on to some sort of supposedly ancient artifact in this G-Jaw shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I step around the corner and my hand tightens on my staff and reaches for the sword, and then I recognize that it's you. And I'm like, oh, Mezgi, what brings you here?
I'm still looking for the vase. I think you know the one.
Okay. Yeah. Well, no offense to Albert, but that might be a bit above his level of stock. But hey, while you're here, I've got a few more visits to pay. You would want to hang along?
It'd be nice to catch up.
Yeah, well, two more places in town got broken into. Doesn't look like anything too much has happened here, but maybe they found whatever they were looking for elsewhere. So, yeah, come on, I'll show you the ropes, man. Come on. And yeah, I guess unless Mezgi has any moves that they would like to do in here, grab a nearby large object and use it as an improvised weapon. I suppose that's the right time to do it. But yeah, otherwise, I guess I would proceed onwards in to the other locations because
All right. Well,
just ask.
There was someone's house was broken into, and also a bookshop, just a straight bookshop.
Straight bookshop. Cool. Let's start with the bookshop. People's houses, we'd have to cross a threshold, and I'm never quite sure how that would work in your particular case.
It's a little different every time, so it always makes me a little nervous.
Yeah. Let's go to the shop. So we Does Denver have a public transport system?
Yeah, it's quite good actually.
Yeah. Then we get in that because I have fried my car.
Okay. Well, yeah, when you think about where you're going to go, all the locations are in the CBD.
Oh, okay, cool.
So the
Everything
bookshop's
should-
like 2 streets away.
Cool. Well, then we walk through the snow-covered streets of Denver, clutching my my arcane long coat around me.
Okay. So you were going to the bookshop first, yeah? Joan or Lem, you think you'd be in the bookshop or not? Or actually, hang on, Joan's bloody divine. You could literally bump into them on the way there.
I could literally be there at any second. So because of angel wings, I can go anywhere.
Right, so
oh no, that's
the lights turn red as they're about to cross the street, so they stop, and Joan's there.
Jack.
Joan?
Hi.
Hi. Is this just a coincidence, or is this one of those things?
It's one of those things, Jack. I think you should know by now.
Yeah, you always say it's one of those things. I mean, I wouldn't want to assume it was always one of those things. Maybe just sometimes we happen to be walking down the street at the same time.
Serendipity is pretty frightening.
Joan's just trying to remember the last time she had to really walk too far to go anywhere. So, Mesgi, nice to see you.
You as well.
Okay, let's go, shall we? And then the light turns green.
Yeah. As soon as you say that, the pedestrian crossing thing flashes, and yeah, and I look at it like, God damn. All right, well, yeah. So if you're here, then I'm guessing this must be more serious than a simple break-in, unless the Almighty has taken to shoplifters. All right. Well,
we'll soon find out, won't we?
Yeah. Well, so yeah, we lead on to the bookstore.
All right. Lem, you think you'd be in the bookstore, or you think we'll draw you in a bit later? No worries. Okay, so you go to the bookstore. It is a ye olde bookstore. It's sort of part of a 5-story place that's dwarfed by most of the bigger buildings in the CBD. Joan, so the others walk in, see an old, gaunt guy with a sort of baseball cap sitting there, and he appears fairly tired, and he sort of looks up, has a bit of a cranky look on his face. Joan, you don't see that. You see a scarecrow, complete with head made from straw, hollow eyes, big, old, ye olde witch's hat. So you know he's a fae. Excuse me.
Okay. Cool. Okay, interesting. So bit of background. What does that mean in the context of like the Dresdenverse?
Yep. Typically, I mean, they're not necessarily evil, but they're generally winter fae that thrive on fear, because they're a scarecrow. They scare things. You know, for example, half the bookshop is horror novels.
Oh,
That's not a coincidence. It's
Interesting.
Have you met this person before, you think, or?
I mean, it's Denver. Denver's not a massive place. It's all in the central district, right? I imagine I've probably run into them in passing. Or well, rather, maybe it's the other way around. Maybe they've heard of me more so than anything else.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
No worries. All right. So he sort of nods and looks at Joan. I haven't done anything wrong. Ironically, I think I could use your help.
What seems to be the problem?
Well, yeah, see those bookshelves that are tipped over and damaged, and there's broken window. The side door's been kicked in. Cold breezes blowing through it.
Okay.
I haven't moved anything in case people want to, do that fingerprint rubbish or whatever. I don't know.
I believe that is Jack's area of specialty.
I mean, I have no idea what a winter phase fingerprints would look like. But
I didn't break into my own store, if that's what you're suggesting. I'm not an idiot.
okay, well, maybe it was a summer court. Who knows? Has anything been taken?
Not that I can see. It's, with mostly novels here, there's nothing that valuable. I've never been broken into before.
And I'm guessing you probably don't, but no security cameras or anything like that?
No, I don't know that sort of thing. They don't work terribly well here.
Yeah, tell me about it. How about members of staff? Anybody?
I'm it.
You're here. And may I ask, what brings you so far from the courts? I'm sorry, I haven't made your acquaintance yet. My name is Jack Graves. I'm here representing the White Council's interests here in Denver.
That's delightful. Are you going to help me with whatever this is, Mr. Whitecord Wizard?
I mean, under the Accords, I would be remiss if I was not to offer my assistance to any members of the Denver community. Now, perhaps your name, or and not your true name, of course, sir. But what do I call you? Jack Frost.
What's a good name for a scarecrow? You can call me Nixon.
Well, Mr. Nixon, now you're the second person today we've seen been broken into. And both people seem that nothing's been taken. Now,
I could be wrong, but I didn't have a good look. I figured people would want to look at the area before. Actually, Lem, you could actually be here. You could rent a room upstairs or something and just wander down if you want.
In a bookstore?
Yeah.
I think Ares is very adamant that he has nothing to do with the things of learning and only the things of the flesh. Yeah.
Yes, but I am probably standing right outside the bookstore waiting for, what's his name? Joseph, right? Jack. Waiting for Jack to come out. I've seen him walk around, so, you know.
Okay, no worries.
I'm not going to go inside.
Yeah, I just wanted to draw you in so you're not too bored while I'm doing this. All right.
I have so I will look at my companions and I'll say, well, I mean, short of getting the police themselves down here, and I haven't got any contacts with the mundane authorities. I can only think of one thing to do to perhaps that'll just show us anything more than what we just saw at the last place. Might have a few side effects.
We haven't. Well, none of you had a really good look around yet. You've just kind of glanced over there at this point. Does Ms. or Joan want to have a squiz? Or
yeah, does anyone else want to roll investigate?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start looking through the books without really asking, just flipping through to see if anything catches my eye.
Wouldn't you put them upside down and out of order and stuff? They love that.
Yeah, the shelves are not going to be fronted at all, and yeah,
all right.
It's not going to be alphabetical anymore.
You roll plus sharp.
All right, let's see my sharp. -1. Okay.
what'd you get?
Oh, got a 1.
Oh, excellent. Everything's fine.
I will also investigate the area and just sort of see what I can see.
Okay, yep.
So I've got an 8.
8. So you've got 1. So yeah, you can go, what happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? Oh, and what is being concealed here?
Yeah, I'd like to go with what is being concealed here.
There's nothing valuable in the books. They're all just fiction novels. Half of them are horror or thriller or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, however, you sense that it's an unholy place. So like demons and undead and stuff would actually regenerate and rest well here.
Oh, okay.
So kind of the opposite of a sacred site.
I see.
That may or may not be relevant to the plot, but yeah, there is something special here.
Interesting.
What to do with that 1? Yeah, I might stash it because you're not in a fight or anything, so...
Severe paper cut. Is
Like-
it not?
No, you see something scary when you open up a book. Huh?
It's a kid's pop-up book with Puff the Magic Dragon or something. Okay.
Well, I was thinking I could use my use magic ability to create a wizardly CCTV and attempt to use the observe another place or time.
Okay.
And I will ask Nixon if he knows roughly when this might have happened.
Well,
I don't know.
He goes walking at night. He says, "Yeah, I go walking at night, but I was home by like 2, so between 2 and 6."
Okay, well, I will. I will. Let's say what happens is I ask him for some plain paper, and I lay it down on the table in front of me, and I will roll my plus weird, which gets me a 9.
So it worked imperfectly. Choose your effect and glitch.
Well, I will choose the effect of observe another place or time.
Yep.
And I will choose the effect. It has a problematic side effect, which is your choice to come up with. I can think of what I can think of one, which is funny to have. Which is so the way I imagine is the observe another place or time, right, is on this blank piece of paper, right? It's almost like it's being drawn like by an artist in front of you, like it's being sketched in, like just all by itself, like ink is pouring onto the page out of nowhere and like creating like a sort of like an animated version of the scene, like in black and white. But like whether known or unknown to the proprietor, the side effect is that ink is coming from the pages of his book. So the letters from the books are I think maybe as Mezgi like flicks open another book and looks in it, just sees the pages just like turning to white as the letters.
It's not really bad for you though.
No, I know, yeah, but it depends. If he notices it, then it will be bad for me, right?
Yeah.
Like,
all right.
Yeah.
All right. So he'll sort of start tidying up some of the books and that, and he's like, "Hey, you've drained the ink from these books. God damn wizard!" Throws the book on the ground.
Yeah.
He reaches behind the counter and he pulls out a scythe. It's like, "It's time for you to leave. I think
Well, wait, sir. I will pay for the books. I currently don't have my wallet upon me, but I will be returning. But let us first observe who came into your store, because
All right.
the effect worked. I didn't fail. So.
Yeah. All right. So what's yeah, it's two guys in trench coats. But hang on, this is magic, so I'm thinking this will actually show what they actually look like. And they look like satyrs, that is goat folk.
Huh. And I'll look at Nixon and I'll say, now those are some boys from the summer court, right?
Normally, they don't come in here much. So
I imagine they get a frosty reception, right?
he just glares at you.
Yeah, I'll leave. Sorry, I'll leave. Sorry, guys.
You see a familiar face standing at the front.
Oh,
Because that's
fancy seeing you here.
I didn't think you could read.
rough.
I can read. So what were you doing in the bookstore?
Man, you're always dogging my heels, Lim. I'm not
I
sure
am, by
it's
the way, in
anything.
a trench coat. So curious.
Yeah. How is Lem dressed? And I like to imagine Lem is dressed like scantily for middle of the winter.
Super
And
fancy. Trench
Yeah.
coat, long trench coat, fancy, not feathers, but like fur.
Oh, yeah,
nice.
you'd want it in this weather.
well, as you can see, our associates and myself have run the case
Oh,
of.
The
Yeah.
two of you are also here. Another bee, knowing stupid demon.
Could be. I mean, we got one more place to visit, and this is someone's home. Now, if we have to convince somebody to get in, I guess you'd be becoming useful. You're always finding your way into people's homes, after all.
Not the ones I want, but sure, yes. I could join you.
Okay.
All right, a car comes skidding along the road, slides out, comes skidding towards, it sort of slides sideways towards each of you. You can all do roll plus cool to not get hit by a sliding car.
So I have got an 8.
10. I don't need it.
So Lem steps out of the way. Sorry? Sorry, Lem did what? 4. Holy crap. All right. 8. All right.
What was it? Plus cool, was it? I got a 9.
Yes.
Oh, actually, no, sorry, that's a 10.
Okay, so you step out of the way of the truck. You get out. Sorry, not the truck, the car. So who rolled 4? Was it you? Okay. So Mezki. I'll be nice with the divine. So, Joan, you see Mezki about to get completely smacked into by a car. You can dive them, grab them out of the way if you want.
Or let's see what else I could do.
But you would, you would take some of the. You can kind of dive in the way and push them away a bit, but you're going to get hurt a bit from it.
Would I be able to see if I can put my hand on Mesky and use angel wings to sort of move 5 feet back and just.
Yeah, is there a roll for that, or is
Yeah.
it just do it?
If it's another person, yes, it's a plus win.
Yeah, go for it.
So this is fairly risky.
Eight. All right.
No, this is I have a -1 to weird. So I actually only get R6.
All right, so you
Unfortunately.
kind of take a big step, go to blink away with them, and you both get hit by the car. Okay, but there was kind of divine magic around you when it happened, so I just say you take 1 harm each, as you both get. I mean, the car wasn't doing 60 or anything; it was only doing like 20, so it was just sort of sliding, and you both get smacked into the wall and take 1 harm each.
Oh.
That was bad.
Yeah, car almost hit us all.
What was that, Erez?
I said, oh, look, that car almost hit us all. What are you guys researching?
Okay.
Did the person drive away?
They sort of got bumped around and they're slowly trying to get out.
Oh, I see.
Are you all right?
I'll live, I guess.
And he's just sort of, looking you all up and down. And okay, sorry. And he's starts his car, starts to drive away if no one does anything.
How curious.
I mean,
would I do anything? I might try to jump onto that car.
Okay.
I thought it would be normal for you to be hit by cars usually.
I'm usually hitting other people with cars.
All right. So you just kind of like leap onto the bonnet, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I think I'll try to leap onto the back. And I think I just want to follow this person. It seems weird that they came out of nowhere and hit us.
All right. Sounds like act under pressure because you're not beating up the car or anything. So yeah, roll plus cool.
All right.
I thought it would be used to getting hit by cars.
5. Very good rolls today.
All right, so you got it over, but he actually gunned it and drove off, so you fall to the ground. Yeah, he did ask if you were all right. He looked you all up and down, and then got back in his car.
Yeah, I'm kind of frustrated on the ground that happened, but I'll let it go.
It's like Mr. Furious. He's going.
I think Jack slipped on the ice as the car came past, and has just been picking himself up from the snow as all of this has happened, and he just looks.
There's quite a bit of snow and ice on the ground.
Yeah, he just looks at Mezki raging as this car drives off, and he's like, I mean, he did ask if we were okay, man. I don't. You're familiar with what cars are, right? Then it's not like a monster coming from the never to take you away. It's an accident, man.
Just a car. Sometimes they come a little too close. That was a little strange, but sometimes they do that.
Yeah. Across from you, there's a big movie billboard, and it's got brand new Inception, because this is set in 2010. So out of them walking down the street as the town sort of folds up.
Hideous movie. That says.
Okay. Yeah, are you going to head over to the last break-in place, or?
So what
Let's
have you
do it.
guys been researching?
Well, seems like a pair of summer court satyrs have been breaking into bookshops, and you know Albert, his radio jock guy, his little shop of horrors. That got broken into too, but we still have no idea what they're looking for.
Satyrs. Well, I knew a few satyrs in my time.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Yeah, I bet I did. Yeah.
And Meski here was, looking for that vase of his, and saw a friendly face and asked for some backup. And then who should we run into? But of course, good old Joan and her impeccable sense of timing.
Yeah.
And now we have you, and the gang's all here, and we can lead our assault on whatever this house is.
Lead our assault on someone's private home. I just hope it's not one of those stupid bees again. Those things were just wrong.
All right. So you head over to the home. The Lem has actually been here before. The
Sure.
home, it's the home of a troll, member of the Winter Court. But
Mhm.
are they a friend, a enemy? Do they owe you a favor? How do you know this person?
A troll, you said?
Yeah.
Are they big and ugly?
When the human form's sort of big and stocky, but yeah, when you look
So-
at the real form, it's
Let's call it I knew him in the biblical sense.
okay. Yeah.
It's basically how I'm gonna know everyone. So exactly, they're big and strong.
Okay.
Should be fine.
Not a bad guy. Just built like a brick shit house. Basically, it's huge. Okay. So knock on the door. What's this guy's name?
Robert.
Robert. Okay. All right. So Robert opens the door. What's up? Hey, Lem.
Hello. These nice folk,
They're with you?
they want to ask you something, yes. Yeah, they're with me.
Okay. You see him sort of, his
Don't-
fists
don't
were
worry.
clenched, but he sort of relaxed a bit when you said that.
Don't worry.
Come in. He sort of shuffles
in.
back, and yeah, he's got a small flat, but
Ask your questions. Before he gets angry.
he points at Joan. You're Joan, right?
Yes, hello. Nice to meet you. Your name is?
Robert. And he sticks his massive hand out, but he's gentle. He's not trying to hurt you, nothing. I heard you helped some people last month, ghouls or something.
Oh, yes. Yes, very nice people.
It's good. It's good. You smell like a wizard.
Sense
Well,
of
you got-
smell's wrong.
That would be me. You can smell, sir. Very keen sense of smell. I've always said that about the Fey folk. Keen senses, keen eyes, keen smells. Yes, Jack Graves at your service, sir. And at the service of your court. For now. No promise. I didn't make a promise. I take that back. But you know what I'm saying. Just being friendly. Gotta remember my manners.
He looks
around
at-
the Fey.
So what's Mezki look like?
Pretty much like a person. They have pale skin and dark curly hair. That's kind of a fro, but it hides their antlers most of the time.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty cold looking, I would say. And they're kind of just in the doorway glaring at Robert. Mezki doesn't like Robert.
Oh, okay. You heard something about him, or something happened before between you two?
More of just Robert seems potentially threatening, and Mezgi doesn't always trust the other Fey folk and stuff like
Okay.
that.
And he just sort of looks back at you and, well, what questions? What do you want?
Well, what has happened here, sir?
You knocked on my door and came inside. What do you mean?
Well, I was given to understand that there had been a series of break-ins throughout the city, and yours is the last one to visit. Has anyone broken into your home?
Well, some gruff tried to say to you, you call them, but yeah. Well, if you don't mind me saying, I punched one of them out and chucked the other two on their ass on the road because they're not going in my place. This is my place. So they tried to break in, but I stopped them.
That's right.
And
And
he looks back at Mesley just to say, "Yeah, I'm that tough."
Mezgi rolls his eyes and kind of
You said dwarf, right? Dwarf.
Gruff, they're satyr. Gruff's their
Oh,
proper
Gruff.
name. Yep.
Okay.
As in Billy Goat Gruff. That's canon. Don't blame me.
Never heard it before.
yeah. So that's the summer court, though, right? The satyrs have been. Now, seems to me that's kind of a big faux pas for.
Well, they may not have been acting on court business, but they were members of summer court. Yeah.
All right. And did you see which way they went after you kicked them out from under your bridge, as it were?
Yeah, just further into CBD more. So yeah, heading further into the city, not out of it.
Right. And no idea why they would visit a cult store, a bookshop, and then your place.
I don't know. They're pretty stupid, and I didn't really stop to ask them.
Nah, I mean, you're defending your property. I understand, sir. Great state of Colorado is with you on standing your ground. Now, do you know Albert? You know the radio jock? Nixon, the guy down the bookshop?
I know
Yeah.
Nixon.
Yeah,
I've never met Albert, but I've heard about him.
Right.
What is this, a test?
I mean,
or-
no, I'm just trying to work out what the association is here. So far, these goats have been rooting around in places without finding anything. You stopped them, but even when they weren't stopped, it doesn't seem like they just trashed the place and then left. Now, strikes me as they're looking for something, and they think they can find it in your place for some reason.
no one else saying anything? You're just letting Jack sort of take point at this point? Or?
Yeah, I'm not interrupting at all. Yeah. I would like to sort of take a discreet look around the room, if I could.
Yep.
See if
I just start touching things in the room and going around it.
Oh, you can both roll investigate a mystery then. Roll plus sharp.
Oh, that's not bad. 9.
9, so you can hold 1. So
Yeah. I got a 5. So yeah.
excellent. All right.
What was it going to do? What were they going to do here? Is what I would ask. What here looks like they
Yeah.
want.
It definitely sounds like the same people, so it would have been the same thing of they're looking for something.
Why would anyone try to break into these boarding place? That's the question.
As you're asking that, you would notice there's a map on the wall of the CBD.
CBD?
Yeah, the central business district. So the downtown area. Yeah, maybe you could sort of look, see if there's some sort of pattern or something.
I will look. Start touching.
So when you have a look, all three places are in the CBD, and there's sort of a 2-block area in the middle. So it might be something there.
Oh, it's all marked, all the 3 places.
No, well, if you chat with these guys about it, that's fine. We can sort of look at it. Does anyone want to try and manipulate someone in this troll, see if he's hiding anything, or?
I will sort of I would like to do so. What I'll say to him is Mr. Robert, the fact remains that there is the same satyrs who committed the other crimes attempted to enter your premises. So if there's any information at all you could possibly think of that would provide a connection between these 3 instances would be much appreciated.
All right, so yep, roll plus charm for manipulate someone.
Is there any way I could help his case by maybe just looking intimidating or something like that?
There's not much point because I rolled 2 ones, so
Oh.
sorry.
Well, never mind.
It's a total of 3.
Some good rolling this session. All right. He's like, I've heard good things about you, Joan, so I don't want to be rude, but you're not Faye, and I don't know who you're loyal to, who you're working for, so. And he kind of looks at Lem as, you know, why did you bring these folks here, sort of thing.
I look at the map and try to understand if that map has anything special to it.
Are you talking with them, or are you just looking at it, or?
Currently just looking to it, like you pointed it out, and I'm not really sure what was so important about it. Just a map?
Yeah, it just looks like a map of the city. Mezki, are you going to look at the map as well, or help her, or you would notice she's looking at it?
I'll start putting my fingers where it's supposed to be. It shows you the potential next place to go areas. Or does it? Because nothing is marked on the map, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah. There's a central area with a sort of 2-block area where there's things. They're all within sort of 2 blocks of this one sort of central area. So
it's
either
already
that's
there.
where that's where the trolls. Sorry, that's where the satyr are coming from, or they're in response to something in that area.
And the places make any like sense to each other?
Just that they're all within a certain distance from each other.
Okay.
Well, should we hit the streets, ladies, gentlemen?
Sure.
Yeah. All right. So
Yes, less.
So
Thank you.
I would say we maybe split up and cover more ground. How about, hey, Mezki, you want to come with me?
Sounds good to me.
Yep. I will make sure to look both ways before we cross the road. You just follow my lead. Now, Joan, don't you worry. Mezki will take care of me. I know all that thing, but yeah.
Well.
all right. So
Okay.
yeah, Robert's
You and
all
me,
right.
sure.
So yeah, we'll just wander in different directions. Take it one direction, take the other direction, and the 2 groups of us will wander, looking around for other potential break-ins or incidents or anything weird? Maybe speaking to witnesses, or like, have you seen anything strange? That kind of stuff.
Have you seen two people in trench coats lately?
Lots of people in this weather. Okay. Okay. All right.
Remember to mark. I said it in the chat, but you should remember to mark experience, guys, because it's only 5 failed rolls, and then you get to pick another move, and you've got 2.
Oh.
I've marked it for people already because I'm really anal like that. I'm sorry. I just
Thank you.
yeah.
I always forget that. Okay, so you're asking around. So Joan and Lem, there's a coffee shop called Chaos Coffee. Chaos with a K. There's some arcade machines. It's sort of got a punk vibe to most of the clientele. Let's have a look. So, Lem, you know the owner. Chaos Coffee.
Fancy some coffee, John?
There's plenty of people in there, so you can ask around, see if anyone knows anything while you're there.
Sure, that sounds lovely.
Mm-hmm.
This would be an odd sight, seeing like a divine or like this woman with. It looked really odd. It just looks so odd. Is there like sorry?
There's all sorts of. Well, there's punk people in there, so she's well dressed and would probably stand out a bit. But she's been in there before. I guess you've go and get coffee there, Lem.
I mean, I'm well dressed too, and not a she. I'm a they or a he or a she. I guess it doesn't matter. But I've been here. Yeah, I've been here for my own reasons. I've been all around. I live here.
Okay. You order, your coffees. When Joan
where the
actually,
owner is.
when Joan orders coffee and actually picks up the cup, you have a vision of people at the front of this shop, and there's like a bright light, and as they're walking closer to the light, their flesh is getting warped, so each of their limbs is getting twisted, and they end up going down on all fours, and
Okay. Interesting. So literally, as I touch the cup, so this is like, go on.
Oh yeah, so you just go to pick up your coffee, and then you have a vision of people out the front of the shop that you're standing in, and there's a bright light sort of in the sky, and as they get closer to it, their bones and flesh are getting warped.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. Lem, I've just had the strangest vision, I suppose. Yeah. I'll relay the details.
That is a strange vision.
The coffee's good.
Of course, the coffee is good.
What time of day is it?
It's probably, I don't know, 11, 12, midday sort of thing.
Sure. It's a perfect coffee time.
What time is it?
You can have a think about it. The other two are questioning people. I might just get you.
Should I just roll investigate mystery? Just try and puzzle that out a bit more.
Yeah, if you like.
Let's hope this goes well.
And I will later talk to the owner, I guess.
It does not go any well. That's a 4. So I'm marking it.
You guys need to stop rolling. You need to stop.
Yeah. Okay. I'm banned from rolling dice.
Oh, we'll all be
Okay.
dead.
All right, we'll just flip over to Mezki and Jack. So you're chatting to people in the street, asking around, doing the footwork sort of thing.
Yeah. One of my moves says that people react badly to me.
All right,
So
So-
I'll probably let Jack do more of the talking, but
you'll do the bodyguard
intimidate
thing,
when I
just-
can.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, you want to roll manipulate someone, Jack? We'll just see how you go.
That is a 6, but perhaps Mezki, even though they won't talk to him, his presence can help me out. Perhaps, like
I'd love to help.
when someone tries to push past me, he's just stood there, right? So we'll see what happens if he.
They seemed a bit scared, and they go to sort of dodge around you and make a break for it.
Yeah. So Mezki needs to roll plus cool to help.
Getting some real dice. I'm not having too much with roll for party.
I'm sure they'll roll high.
We'll see. Plus cool, right?
Yep.
That would be a 10.
No problems. All right, so he's like, oh, Mezki, isn't it? And he's sort of looking up at you, scared. All right,
No.
I'll talk. I'll talk. Look, there's been lots of gruff and trolls in the city. They're all looking for something, but they won't really tell us what it is. They've all been trying to, shake it out of us. We don't know. We just live here. We don't want any trouble.
But what do they ask you? They don't tell you what they're looking for. What did they ask you?
They just ask if things have been odd, like if has like people or plants or living stuff, has it been changed or altered in any way?
Okay.
And we don't know what they're talking about. We don't know what they're looking for.
Right. Well, that's something. Mesky, you can let him go now. I mean,
Well, I just kind of caught him with his gaze, I guess, because you didn't say you grabbed him or anything.
no, yeah, I just mean that like he can step out of the way of the, like meaningfully take one step to the left or to the right, right? Like,
Yeah.
eyes locked onto him.
I just have one question, and that's how you knew who I was. Speaking to the guy.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a good reason why he wouldn't know who you are.
Oh, wait, he wouldn't?
You're the vase guy. You're looking for the vase.
That's right. What do you know about the vase?
Just that, apparently there's a big reward, or it's important to you that if we know there's a special vase that we get in contact with you.
Have you seen anything?
Well, there's a apartment block with a bar at the place on Spears Street. You can go. They got a bunch of vases in the bar on the ground level. They look special, but whether they're the vase you're looking for, I don't know. But yeah, maybe ask them. They've obviously been buying vases recently.
That's not the one that does pottery nights, right?
All right, I just flip back to the other two. So, Jen and Lim, you were in the coffee shop.
Yeah, let's chat with the owner.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Well, you figure out
Yeah.
your vision, whatever.
Yeah. So Joan will accompany you as you speak to Anna, but she'll be somewhat distracted and just keep looking out towards the front of the shop, I think.
Okay. So you're chatting to the owner or the Lem, are you chatting to the owner or?
Mhm.
All
I
right.
guess the owner, if he's there.
Yeah.
Long time no see.
Hey, Lem. Yeah, it's good to see you. Yeah, it's a good thing about the colder weather. More people coming in for coffee. So been busy. How can I help you
Even me.
today?
Oh, apparently, I am stuck searching for something. I didn't think that's the way my day would go today, but
Well,
you
we've
know.
got all sorts of coffee and tea. What would you?
Oh
What would you
no,
like?
no, that's not what I'm looking for. So if you heard there were some shopliftings and
Oh, break-ins and stuff.
around
Yeah.
breakings, do you know anything about that?
Well, I haven't done anything. I've been here working, but
Didn't blame you. So, do you know who's behind those things or anything else? What they're looking for?
no,
Do you
I
know
don't.
anything at all?
No, there's been a lot of people and there's been a lot of big people in here getting coffee.
Big people.
Yeah, big stocky people. I've noticed, but yeah, that's certainly the only
Is he
thing
like
out
a
of the
regular
ordinary.
human? Is he like a regular human?
Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, I don't know. They just seem like big people there. Joan,
Mhm.
out the front, you notice two cars pull up and nobody get out,
Mhm. Uh-huh.
and the people inside
Okay.
seem to be staring at the shop.
Interesting.
You also notice at one of the tables, there's two guys in big trench coats,
Mhm.
but they're not looking outside. They're watching you two.
I see. Yes. Okay. I would like to read a bad situation because we are now in a bad situation.
Shoot.
I know I've been banned from rolling dice, but come on. It has
How
to come
could
back.
it be that we're in a bad situation after all of those failures?
Wow, indeed. Well, fortunately, I rolled a 10. At 11. So, yes. Read a bad situation. Yes, so I have 3 hope. Fantastic.
Yep. Go for
Okay.
it.
What is, well, I have rolled. I got a 10.
Excellent.
And I would like to spend some hope now. What is the
Yep.
best way out?
There's a side entrance.
Mm-hmm.
There's kind of a corridor with toilets on one side and then like a service delivery door on the front. Now, you could call your friends if you want, because they're only like a couple of blocks away, because this is all still in the CBD.
Sure.
But you don't have to. That's just
Yeah,
right.
no.
You going to spend any of the other hold, or?
I think I may as well. There are lots of innocent people in here, aren't there? Just generally speaking.
It's about half.
Okay.
They've all got odd, quirky things. You think there's quite a few Fae here, actually.
Right, sure. Do I see the true forms of all the Fae in the room, or like?
Some of them, but some of them
Yeah,
you can smell it. They're too fragrant. It's
Yeah.
too fruity or too lavendery or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? That's my hold.
Yeah, the cars outside, they're not here for a haircut.
Yeah. Okay.
Or coffee.
Does anyone want to buy a break, or you're good? Or
I would actually like a buy break. I do need to get some extra tea.
cool. All right.
Yeah.
Would you say 5 minutes or whatever? Or?
Yeah. If we put a pin in that, and we'll come
Yeah.
back to that. That'd be really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
5 minutes then. Cool.
By the way.
Yep.
I wasn't clear. Is the coffee place owner also some sort of creature?
No, it's just a regular human.
And does he know other people are creatures?
Doesn't seem to.
Ah, okay. Completely oblivious. Just big people.
Okay. All right. Joan and Lem. Oh, Joan's sort of reading the bad situation. What are you going to do?
Yeah. I think we will call Jack and Mesky and get them up here. Or is it Jack and Lem? No, it is. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
It is Jack and Mesky. Yeah. In fact, what I might do is I might angel wings to Jack and say,
Yeah. Jesus.
"Hi, yes, there's a situation brewing at the coffee
Chaos
house.
Coffee. Yeah, Chaos Coffee.
It looks like
All
it's
right.
about to be. It looks like it's about to be raided by trolls. So, and I'll
Well,
put my hands on both your shoulders and just."
and just before you, just as you do that, I'm like, no.
I might actually not do that and just let you make your way there on your own. Because taking you with me, from experience, we know that can fail. So, yeah. So, yes, we'll, rather than the unintended consequences of that, let's just, all right, I'll see you over there as soon as you can, please.
Cool.
Did anyone notice that you were gone for a second and then came back?
We'll say you did.
What was that? I just kind of look and he's gone and look back and he's there.
Yeah.
What was that?
Well, I was just alerting Jack and Mesky to the situation that may be about to unfold here. And I'll just...
I look up. What do I like? You said there's two guys in trench coats.
No,
Just like-
yeah, over and to one side there's two guys in trench coats sitting there. And
Mhm.
outside there's two cars. You see a third car pull up. People from all three cars get out and meet to discuss something, and then they start heading in. And that's the point. Are Jack and Mesley coming, or are they going, bugger this, we're going somewhere safe?
I'll go, even though I'm really intrigued by this shop with a bunch of vases. I'll take a nap and figure this out first.
Okay, so Jack and Mezki sort of round the corner. You see a bunch of people standing between three cars start to head towards the Chaos Coffee Bar. Joan and Lem, what are you doing?
The trench coat guys, do they look like the people who have been described up until now?
Yes, they do, and they stand up.
Think we have our culprits.
Mhm. A productive evening. But,
I
but what's this? But what's all these people at the front there? Are the people getting out the cars? Are they recognizable as Morphe?
One of them is Robert.
Oh,
Robert. Sorry, trolls indeed.
I see.
Just a sec.
Robert.
It looks like.
It's fine,
Yes.
buddy. I'll chat with you later. Okay. All right. So Joan and Joan and Lem can act first. What are you doing?
So it looks like.
Yeah, I think this looks like Robert and his friends are about to get some personal justice. So maybe let's just take the back exit.
Should we just leave everyone else in here?
You could say something if you want, or try and
Send
persuade
the
the
demon
crowd.
to the divine?
I have a very specific mission, and it does not include protecting these people, unfortunately.
We can bring the two culprits with us. They are part of the mission.
You can try and you want to manipulate someone? You want to try and persuade them to come with you?
Sure, I could roll for that.
All right.
I could even dominate him for that. But no, I don't need to dominate him for that. Where is it? Manipulate. And when I manipulate, I don't use charm. I use weird. So.
What are you saying to them?
Oh, first I'm trying to convince names John to join me for this. Is she convinced?
Oh. Sure. I will. Yep. Did you roll?
I haven't rolled anything. Should I try to convince you as well? Should I roll for that?
You totally should. You totally
Okay,
should, because I'm of the opinion that
Oh, let's get the hell out of here. That's a 9 plus 3, so 12.
That's a 12. Okay, sweet. Well, I will do as you ask, and thus take the extra experience and +1 forward. That would be a great idea.
All right, so you
Let's do that.
try and con these two satyr dudes to come out the side.
No, first I'm convincing Joan that we need to
Yeah.
own those two to join us to the
But
side.
that's what you're going to do? You're going to talk to them?
Yeah.
Is that on it? Okay.
I'll
Yes.
walk towards them and be like, gentlemen, how is morning or evening? What is it?
It's like midday.
Midday. So. Top of the midday to you. I don't know. I think you are in a bit of trouble.
There's going to be trouble in a minute. You ladies might want to go out the back.
I think you should join us. I think it would be for your best, for your physical best, to join us.
Are you using some sort of power or something? Or
No, I'll try to convince them. as
okay,
well.
so roll plus charm.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't think I can use my power on creatures. I'm not sure. Yeah, normal human size, so no.
It's a bit weird, and I was not entirely sure how this will work in the Dresdenverse.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like-
it would work. You can still do it.
Yeah.
Do that.
because that's for monsters in the base game, whereas the Dresdenverse monsters are like people a lot of the time. So
I'm just doing manipulate someone once you give them a reason, their own
Yep.
physical best, and tell them what I want them to do. Join us. I rolled instead of charm plus weird, and I got loads. Like 8 plus 3 again.
Oh, okay.
So that's like
Alright.
11.
All right, and for whatever reason, they decide, oh, okay, and they follow you outside.
They're on physical best. Power gamer. Power game, story-based games.
Okay. So you two go out the side. Mezki and Jack, you see the big dudes that all got out of the cars head into the shop. Are you going to follow them in, or are you going to steal their cars, or what do you do?
Looking in their car might be good while they're distracted. I don't know if you steal it, but maybe look for anything that's stolen or anything weird in there.
Hmm.
Jack is striding towards the coffee shop while Mezki's looking in the car.
All right, Mezki looks in the cars. Oh yeah, there's a map in the back seat with a bunch of places marked, and it's like they're marked. They've done like green circles and then like a red cross to tick them off, and there's one of them that hasn't been ticked off yet.
Can I tell what that is from the map, or?
Yeah, it's near or in the apartment block on Spear Street.
I'll take the map with.
Yep, no worries. Jack, you walk in behind the trolls.
Yeah, I'll be gentlemen. Now, Robert, wasn't it, Robert? We had a lovely conversation earlier. How fancy meeting you guys here.
He just turns around. Wizard.
Troll. We're all friends. I don't see a bridge around here, or what are you doing here? Getting a cup of coffee? Is that it?
We're looking for someone, but the people they were looking for aren't in that room anymore. Dun, dun, dun. It's weird that PC's disarmed a conflict. That's bizarre. How often does that happen in role play? Okay.
Well, would they be the people that I was looking for earlier, and you said you had no idea where they might be or who they might be?
He sort of taps you on the head. You're clever, wizard.
Yeah, that's what they say about us. Now, maybe we could put aside our petty little differences and, work together for the people and beings of Colorado.
Okay. Meanwhile, out the side, Joan and Lem chatting with the two Gruff, aka Satire. Are you talking about anything particular, or?
Of course. Joan. I put my hands on their shoulders. Do you have anything to ask them?
Me? Were you involved in a spate of break-ins recently? I recommended you answer honestly.
What if we were? You with the authorities now?
And I just stand back and I just sort of like, I think like, I bring out my flaming sword, just like, quite literally, yes.
Quite literally, yes. Oh, I want to see that.
We got no problem with the church and you and yours. This is a faith thing.
Yeah, but it's hurting normal people, isn't it?
The problem with fair business is that sometimes it spills over and becomes not fair business. We just like to get a bit more information as to the nature of what's going on.
Is your sword on flame right now?
So the sword is like a long umbrella that sort of the umbrella part burns off and becomes like an actual rapier that's on fire. So yes.
I think
Yes.
it would be for your best interest, mate, to find things.
All right.
What's going on?
We've heard good things about you, Jane, so we'll level with you. There's some sort of shard or thing has come through from the Never Never. We're trying to stop the Winter Court from getting it.
Sure.
Oh. Yeah, is this a thing that we would know of as things? Because
yeah, you know of the Never Never and the sort of Fey astral plane realm, and there's creatures there and items and effects
Sure.
that sometimes seep through and cause havoc. This
but nothing specifically,
no.
not about our shard.
Yeah, so it might be like a piece of the Never Never has come through.
Interesting. But
Yeah.
you don't have it, and neither does the Winter Court?
We don't think so at this point, because they'd certainly let us know and be trying to have a go at us if they had it.
I don't think they liked you going through their stuff very much.
They just chuckle. All right, we'll go back to inside. No.
No. You're not going. Oh.
No, I'm telling
people.
the players.
Yeah. You're not
Um,
going.
Jack and Mezgu now, the trials are like, they're not here, lads. Let's keep looking. And they go to wander out.
Well, y'all forgot your coffees.
We didn't order any. And there's like 7 of them.
Well, seems like a strange, wasted visit. Yeah, you don't want to sit down, have a cup of Joe, talk about what you seem to be butting heads with the summer goats, Gruff.
That's what we do. And they get in their cars and start driving off.
Yeah, and I look around and I look over at Mezgi and I'm like, "You find anything in the car?"
I found something very interesting. I think I know where they're going next, and I show them the map, or show you the map.
Yeah, good work, Mezgi. Now let's go see if we can find our lady friends. And I ask the barista which way they went.
Which way? Who went?
Our friends.
Oh, yeah, outside
Does he even
entrance.
know them?
I didn't know Joan was into that. I know, obviously Lem does work, but I thought Joan was nice. But
She is.
meanwhile,
Don't pay. Yeah.
meanwhile, outside with a flaming sword.
Yeah, so
But like, we're happy to walk away. We got no problem with you, Joan.
I don't have any problem here at all either. It's just that there was about to be you were about to be outnumbered, basically 2 to 1, 3 to 1 even.
I don't know.
Barn.
So there's a shard of the Never Never in our reality.
Yeah, so that's fine.
In Denver.
So the Gruff, Satyrs go to head off. The other 2 pop out, so all 4 PCs are there.
Well, you guys might want to hear that. Well, you might want to hear that. Jack.
So, Jack, we have uncovered some information. There appears to be a conflict over an item from the Never Never, a shard. So perhaps a piece of the Never Never. I'm not sure. I haven't heard of any such thing.
Wow. It's a strange place and it's full of strange things. So I mean, it makes as much sense as talking goats and trolls driving taxis, right? So,
Dogs and cats living together.
yeah, mass hysteria.
Hey, that used to be my home, you know. There's the reason I left, but still,
Yeah, and we're so blessed to have you with us.
you are. You are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Mesky made a good find. He had a quick look in the cars while I talked to our Titanic friends.
Great. Now I'm thinking of a troll standing out the front of a boat.
King of the world, I am.
We know where they're heading, so maybe we can meet them there.
I'm more curious about the shard.
Well, we don't know where the shot is, do we?
They don't either.
No.
Well,
Neither
if they
So,
did, they
side
weren't.
knows.
hmm.
If the trolls are going to attack the summer court people, and the summer court people are going to attack the winter court people, then that means neither knows where it is. So it's probably not with
Well,
them.
I mean, my job is to make sure that the fight between the winter and summer does not spill over into the city of Denver. And
Sure.
short of any shard-shaped clues, I say we head over to this place on the map, unless anyone has any better ideas. Well, Mesky, you're the man. You're the man with the map. Lead the way.
All right, I will. And I
So,
walk out.
all right. So you start heading over there. On the way, there's sort of a big electronic billboard thing that has a news report and 33 miners rescued from a collapsed mine in Chile. This is 2010, so that happened. It's one of the few good things
Why
that
is
happened
that on
that
a
year.
billboard?
Okay, so we'll go with we'll go with Joan. At one point, Mesky sorting out his gear drops a map, and Joan picks it up. Joan has a vision of standing in a bar holding this sort of shard of rock, and you know in the vision you feel powerful, and you're at a bar and you're looking around, but you've got the sense that other people are seeing you have this vision and they're having the same vision.
Oh,
So it's like a shared vision.
shared vision. Okay, so there's someone else who has found this little rock that's given them power, and the thing that triggered it for me was this map. Now they took this from the car. Which car was this taken from? From the trolls?
Yes.
Okay, so I can successfully infer from this that maybe the trolls did have the rock, the shard, at one point, or
All the shards sending out visions.
I mean, there's that too. So someone has the shard right now, is really all I can really say. And I can tell that there's other people experiencing it. Okay, interesting. It seems we're in a race against time. Friends, let's get this on the road.
Let's.
All right, so you head over to the last point on the map, and yeah, it's the Spears apartment block with the bar downstairs, which have lots of vases recently.
There's vases in the bar?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a weird design.
An unusual choice for drinking establishment decor, yes.
I've heard of this thing. I think it's called hipsterism. Yeah, no plates or glasses, just vases and jars and things like that.
Yeah, some people in here with flannel shirts and skinny jeans, and
Humans.
some of the glasses even look like vases.
Humans. I look at the two humans and I'm like, humans. Guess you might like it.
All right, so above the bar is, 20 stories of apartment flats and, apartments. What are y'all doing?
Can I tell from the map if there's any specific spot they have outlined, or is it just this general area?
Just this general area.
Okay.
By the way, did you steal that from the big guys?
I did.
I guess they're gonna give you a visit eventually as well.
Hopefully they don't notice.
I think Mesky can take him. He's stronger than he looks.
Him? Maybe. Them?
Yeah, maybe
Now-
I hope that they do notice.
Are there cars outside when we arrive, or
I can say you're looking at the stairwell and the elevator, and you hear some tires screech outside. There you go.
well, great. Now,
Yes,
we don't know where we're going to go, right? So do we wait and follow them and observe them coming through, like surreptitiously, or do we 20 floors of apartment building? I'm not sure how we best locate something within that 20 floors.
We
All right,
are
I'll just,
looking.
as a GM, I'll just throw some ideas out. You've had sort of visions of this thing warping reality or people's perceptions of it. So you could ask if there's been ask the hotel staff if there's been anything odd. You could use some sort of magic just to try and locate it if it is a part of the Never Never. Or, as you said, you could just follow these guys and see where that goes.
Yeah, there is a powerful magical object here. Shouldn't you be able to find it? Smart boy?
Yeah, I can give it a shot. And I will, I don't think that
Roll
comes
a
under
two.
one of the...
No.
Does that come under use magic? Doesn't have a thing, but
Yeah.
I do have a move.
I think.
Yeah. Well, that is. I was going to say maybe it's investigate a mystery because I have a forensic divination, which lets me ask what magic has been used here.
Okay, yep. In that case,
Yeah.
go for that.
Cool. So I've got a 10 on my investigate a mystery.
Okay.
So yeah, my first question will be what magic has been used here.
Yep, there is Fey magic that is altering things. It's changing things.
And can I roll that into sort of like what magic has happened here, as I would also know where that magic came from?
It's upstairs.
Upstairs, right? Well, I
Not
will.
like top of the building, more towards the bottom.
Cool.
But not
I
up
guess
either.
I hold out my staff, and it's like it starts to pulse with light, and as we get closer to the direction it's coming from, it pulses faster. So
Yep.
we run up the stairs with me holding it out in front of me like some sort of tracker.
I have to say, I love it when your staff is pulsing. I just had to. It just was there. I'm sorry. I'll mute
Well,
myself.
there's Jack blushes as he runs up the stairs.
Alrighty. Are you guys
Go and follow
saying
us.
bye, Jack, and heading off? Are you going to follow him or no? Okay.
I'm going to follow Jack.
I'm going to follow.
Guess we're all following him then.
Okay. Sorry, were you going stairs or elevator?
Jack was definitely going stairs. He's had a lot of bad experiences using magic in
Damn.
elevators.
I had a failure
Yeah.
I was just ready to use, but no.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay, so you don't think it's in the top half, so where in the first 10 floors are you going?
Well, I suppose I will use my other. I have 2 hold, right? So I will use my other investigative mystery hold to ask where did it go.
Okay, so about the third floor. You feel like it's in there somewhere.
All right, this is the floor. And yeah, wander up the corridor, staff, like waving the staff at door to door to see which one gets the.
You can get
That's all
arrested
right.
for that. All right. So this is a fun part of PBTA. I don't have an ending. I've just got to go with whatever you've done. Okay. You sense around, and it's definitely stronger in one door. You're gonna try and knock, pick the lock, kick it open. What are you doing?
Look at my companions.
Knock, knock, knock.
Someone step in. Yeah, there we go. Knock, knock, knock.
Yep. No answer. There's an odd smell coming from the room. Even the humans can notice it.
Wonderful smell. Anyone knows how to open the door?
I'll try to break the door handle off.
Maybe we should knock again.
I'm not going to get you to roll. You can just do that. You're strong enough. Just done.
Okay.
And
as I was saying, should we knock again first? Door is off.
you can just kind of twist it and break the lock that way. Just keep twisting it. And, yep.
Yeah. Maybe I'll probably try to do it as discreetly as you can do something like that.
Jessica Jones style, right?
Okay. What the hell happened in here? Oh yeah. Okay, so there's a guy in the middle of the room. He had, jeans and jacket and a sort of a robe over the top. His limbs are all sort of bent and twisted, and he's just holding this shard of rock that's sort of pulsating and flickering in different color. I will say
Is he human?
he was, but his limbs and flesh are all twisted now. You can see by the stuff around the apartment he's some sort of wizard. It's obvious he wasn't trying to hide that in any way. There's all sorts of mystic paraphernalia. What else was I gonna say?
As we step through the door, do we feel the effects of the threshold?
Well, he's been dead for about a week, so that's a good question. And the thresholds are by households and sense of community, and he was a bachelor wizard that was a bit power mad and stuff, so probably it wouldn't have been too strong in the first place.
Yeah, great.
And I'll say Mezgi and Jack, roll cool under pressure. You're getting visions of like delusions of grandeur that this shard's sending out.
I finally fail.
Oh,
I just want to go grab it anyway. I don't need the illusions.
7 for me.
Hey, it's a piece of home.
Okay, so you, Mezgi, you feel yourself sort of moving closer. There's a part of you that wants to pick up the shard, and then you see Jack just do it.
Hey, I wanted it.
Yeah, you were heading for it as well, but he just.
so Joan will try and grab Jack's wrist and just twist his arm to try and make him drop the shard.
Before Joan does that, Jack, how do you think this manifests that you've gone a bit power mad or something before?
I think that it just becomes like a tunnel vision for Jack. That the item is there and it's his duty, it's his mission. It's.
Do you say anything or?
I think as Lem is reaching for it, he just shoves her aside and is like, "Out of the way, demon."
Oh, nice. All right, and then it's kind of PvP now, isn't it?
Meat bag.
All right, so Joan grabs you. Now,
I mean, I could be I could be just trying to like convince him to drop it and say, Jack, let go of the object.
I mean, are we in the second before I grab it? Is Joan
No,
trying
no,
to
you've
grab
already grabbed it at this point.
All
I've
right,
already got
yeah.
it. So I need you to let go.
Mezki, Lemmy doing or saying anything?
If
I'm
he
gonna
fails,
look
I'll
for-
do it.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, if he fails in convincing him, I'll force him basically to drop it. He's a normal human, isn't he?
All right.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, if I turn around and I see the three of them standing towards me, and John says that, and I go, I just look at her and I say, like, this is my duty, Joan. I thought you understood those things. This belongs to the council,
Oh, God.
to me.
Jack, let go of the rock now.
I
Okay.
look him
Yeah.
in the eyes. I think
No.
he should drop it.
I've already. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, you rolled?
Okay. I've
Oh, you
rolled.
rolled then.
I rolled for manipulate. So
Yep.
I'm asking Jack to let go of the stone, and I rolled a 10.
You rolled a 10.
I think, like, Jack would probably see the twisted wizard on the floor with every limb is all sort of twisted, and it's like he was a wizard too, sort of thing. But you can say,
I was about to cast a wall of force between us all and then jump out of the window. But I think I have to reward a 10, right? Like, it makes me falter. Makes me falter, and I'm like,
Do you want XP?
yes, exactly, yeah.
I mean, maybe you knew that wizard.
Yeah, well, maybe I do. I do
Yeah.
have a arcane reputation with the local hedge wizards, and I'm like, well, he was
He was
He
good
was
and he
just-
failed, sort of thing.
yeah. And I look and I'm like, someone has to take it. We have to take it out of here.
I
let
look
it-
for something to put it in so that we don't have to touch it.
I'm
Is
not
there a
doing
specific-
it. Let's grab it.
You hear
Is
the
there a
elevator
base-
doors open.
Oh, great.
I hand the stone over to. I hold out the stone to Joan. Right.
So Joan is gonna take it,
Hmm.
and I don't know if you'll allow this, but I'm gonna try and banish it. With
What, use your
cast-
angel wings to bugger it off?
No, as in like no, I'm going to try and cast out evil, and try and banish. I can banish an unnatural creature from my presence.
Okay. I think there should be a roll because it's kind of fey nature and you're not.
I mean, it's
roll plus weird, I think.
weird. Oh, okay. So rather than tough,
it's use magic.
Oh,
No,
okay,
this
sure.
he's
No,
he's
He
got a
means he has to
specific.
move. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep. All right. Roll that.
yes, there's a specific move. So this is +2, and that's 11. So that is on a 10 plus. It is banished. I have no control over where it goes, and the object is unharmed. So I may not have returned it to the Never Never, but it's not here anymore.
What'd you do that for?
All right. All right.
He can try.
Okay. So it's gone. You're not sure how far away it is in terms of time and space, but it's not right here now.
Not right here. Okay.
But it
sure.
might pop up 5 streets down the block in 1 week's time or something. But it's not here now.
I see. Okay.
What did you do that for? Lem said.
I mean-
to be
They can't go to
Jack,
war over something that doesn't exist, I guess. Thanks, John. That was a trip.
It didn't make it stop to exist. It's still somewhere.
somewhere, not here. Not right now.
We heard the elevator, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna head out towards that direction.
All right. Oh, what the hell? It's Robert, the troll. It's like Mezki.
Robert.
Where is it?
I don't know. No, really, I don't.
He goes to push past you.
I do not let him. Or I attempt to stop him from doing that.
All right, so he's that's fine. Play a little game. We'll be back. Unless you actually want to fight with him.
No, I was mostly trying to guard the group.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
not gonna harm myself for no reason.
All right. So he sort of sneers and then he heads off.
Oh, now we have to look for it again. Well, wonderful job.
I come back in and tell everyone I saw Robert, but scared him away.
Was it just Robert?
Just Robert.
Interesting.
He knew it was here and he was looking for it. I told him the truth.
Okay.
Do you mean you told him it's gone again?
What'd you say?
You mean you told him that it disappeared?
I told him I didn't know where it was.
Okay. You can hear moans from other rooms nearby.
We gotta see if anyone needs help.
Oh, this thing's effects might have been much further reaching than just this poor sod. Kick the corpse. Yeah.
Jonah, I have to say you are not much like I expected someone of your station to be.
As I've said several times to everyone in this room, I have a very specific mission, and respect to power mad idiots is not one of them. So
Agreed. But
I mean,
now you made the thing we're looking for disappear.
That was just Jeff, man. Jeff just got in over his head.
Wake up, Jeff. I'm sorry. Jeff doesn't wake up. Okay.
rest well your sleepy head, dear Jeff.
All right, so you check on the rooms nearby. There's people there. They're alive, but in a lot of pain. Oddly enough, a couple of weeks ago, their limbs started warping, so they're having trouble walking and doing things. I don't think any of you have any healing abilities, do you?
Well, one of us does. Yeah.
I do.
The one who just kicked the corpse.
He's already dead.
Yeah, no, the other guys, the neighbors.
Yeah, the neighbors are in pain, and their limbs are starting to warp.
But you don't give a damn, do you?
I'll help with the living. Thank you very much. If they're fine, yes, I will attempt to lay on hands with them. So that's another roll.
Oh, you don't need to roll. I'm not going to risk a failure for that. So you can just, You think over time they will sort of come back with physiotherapy, and because the shard's been taken away, so its presence was keeping it twisted and making it more twisted. So, but yeah, you have indeed done a good thing here. Okay, so you help them out. You gonna loot the wizard's laboratory, or are you just gonna leave, or what are you doing?
I'll take care of Jeff.
How did he come to acquire this object? Do you have any ideas, Jeff?
I don't know. Jeff always wasn't much of a wizard. I mean, never qualified for the council, but he had an eye for the esoteric. And I'll start poking around his shelves and his books.
Well, it looks like he was in the middle of a ritual. He had quite a lot of stuff out, and it looks
Okay.
like he died in the middle of it.
Can I
Possibly
tell
some
what
possibly some sort of enchantment, and he borrowed some stuff from the Never Never, and it went badly.
So it looks like Jeff brought the Never Never here. That was he brought the shard over, perhaps.
Now
Where did
everyone
Jeff-
is fighting for it.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of magical power to bring something over from the Never Never that's not bound to another being.
Did he have that power? Did he have that kind of power?
Well, and he looks sadly down at Jeff's body and pokes it with the bottom of his staff. No, Jeff did not have that kind of power. And then he thinks, but do I have that kind of power?
So if he did not have that kind of power, how did it come to him?
Well, he tried it and failed, basically.
It was still a shard.
Yeah, I imagine the ritual was not meant to end with Jeff drained of his life force, and
Such a waste of life.
Doesn't look good on your resume. Alrighty, so you leave the building, or
I will start clearing away any of the more supernatural stuff. And so Jeff, what does he look like again? He looks all twisted and.
yeah, his limbs are all twisted. I'll just say he looks like Owen Wilson. Well, he used to. What the hell?
Wow.
So sorry, Lem. You notice there's books on. He has some books on supernatural people, just sort of, guides of who they are and what they do and what their strengths and weaknesses are, that sort of thing.
Ooh.
Cool.
I will. Me?
I think he has your phone number.
No, I wouldn't do it with him. Look at him.
He looks like Owen Wilson. Come on, I've seen you do it with a troll.
Oh, jeez.
You would like to see me doing it with a troll.
Maybe he called, but never got But
yeah, you never actually saw it. I mean, you're invited to, but still.
All right, so you leave the building. On the way out, we'll say Mezgi gets bumped into by a guy in denim jacket and pants and a baseball cap. When he bumps into you, he drops some packets of liquid on the ground, and he goes to pick them up and run off. Are you doing anything?
Packets of liquid. How big are they?
About that big, kind of red and viscous.
Oh, like blood, maybe.
Yeah. Guy had a big scratch on his neck. You noticed?
I'm gonna wait for him to get ahead of me for a little bit, but then try to follow him.
All right. Yeah, so he's picked up the blood packets and he's running off and he's heading towards a dark alley.
Are we still with you?
Well, you saw Mezgi get bumped into and then chase a guy. Did you chase him or would you wait?
Does he keep chasing people around every time they bump him, whether it's cars or people? I asked the other two.
It's mostly because of the packets.
I still don't quite know what Mezgi's deal is. I'll be honest with you.
Maybe we should just investigate as well.
Sure.
All right, so you're making your way to catch up with Mezgi. Mezgi see this guy head towards, and people come out of the shadows in the alley. And we'll stop there.
Cliffhanger.
Alrighty. All right. Oh, we got ongoing characters, so actually I have to do XP this time. Okay. Where is it? End of session. Well, apart from your fail XP, I'll just enlarge that. Did we conclude the current mystery? Yes. Did we save someone from certain death? I mean, you kind of saved Thingy getting hit by a car, kind of.
Did we not?
In the bar.
Actually, you got the satyrs out of the bar and stopped the fight. So yeah, because it would have been nasty.
And we saved those people from getting twisted as well. Like,
Yeah.
furthermore.
So 3, did we learn something important about one of the hunters? Thingy's looking for a vase. Thingy's paramad wizard. He didn't need the shard for that. So yeah, I'll say
Marley.
We learned John doesn't care about anyone.
yeah.
John's probably ambiguous. Divine entity. Yeah.
But also you work together fairly well as a team and fairly vivid character description. So I'll say 3 EXP each.
Ooh, that's my only XP. Hallelujah.
Great. Well, now I can make Jack exactly like a Dresdenverse wizard and give him the sight as well.
Alrighty. Are you gonna? Did you? Lem, did you get an advancement or? No.
Nope.
I was gonna
No,
say you
I
can go for
just
your
was
wings.
successful. Yeah. I need to get into a fight or something like that. Then I'll fail. Or is there anything to use charm on other than manipulating? No, right? So yeah, I don't have a negative in anything.
Any good bad feedback for the game or?
It's fun.
No, it's just very fun. We got subjects. That was like a big plus. I don't think I've ever actually managed to get running quite so fast in a gauntlet game of a PPT like this. It was good. Like last time I played this, we spent literally 2 hours on the character creation, and then like maybe 45 minutes of actual play for session 1. So that was actually really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
good pace.
The downside of that, I probably could have slowed it down a bit and got you guys to describe more, but yeah.
I'll just patch that up next time. I do have like a solid image of what Joe looks like now. So yeah, next time we'll do like more detailed introductions, I guess.
I just hope being a demon would be worse.
Nah. Because yeah, there's demons and then there's demons, you know, so
Yeah.
I mean, like, I liked it like a lot. I'm sorry if I did a lot of the talking. You know, I just felt like that was kind of the character and the things. You know, everyone seemed fine to like run around behind the wizard character, but
yeah.
I just like I say, man, like guys, seriously, just take the reins and pull them in a different direction if you ever want to, and I will.
Yeah,
I will back it up.
I also Jack was a bit nasty to Lem at times. I was expecting him to get slapped, but you know that's up to Lem.
But that's the dynamic, right? Eris is like Lem's.
She loves him. She wants
Yeah,
him.
exactly. Yeah.
Well, he, she, whatever.
Yeah.
That'd be fun saying that constantly. He, she, we, them.
Yeah, I am. I'm just trying to play up the. She loves him, but I just think she loves everybody. That's just the way it is.
She doesn't love anybody.
Yeah, just me.
No, I don't think she loves you either, but sure. It's more of a, what it's called, obsession, right? Was the words?
I'm going to look on your phone and just see lots of pictures. It's the background is Jack.
Why do you think I was outside the bookshop?
Dear. Alrighty. Yeah, that was cool. I liked everyone's characters. There's such a broad range of monster of the week. You got no idea what people are going to take in and how it's going to mesh. But no, that all worked out right.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons I didn't go for the Gumshoe was that we were all very supernaturally, and I felt like just having the plain old mortal dropped in among us wouldn't gel, kind of thing, you know, like wouldn't
Yeah. No,
wouldn't relate to anybody else.
there were a couple of failures that I couldn't really weave into the plot because it's just if I have you fail at this point, you're going to lose track of sort of where you're heading. So I'm like, I'll just leave it for now. I mean, as it was, the car sliding out was purely, someone rolled a 5-. So I'm like, oh well. That had nothing to do with the plot. That was just, it's cold. Someone's going to badly drive a car.
I just hope I'll fail a little in the future because I need 2 improvements in particular. That would fit the character perfectly.
I can always roll to manipulate you, and then you can take an experience for doing what I say.
Good luck. How much charm is yours? 0.
Raji, there is actually a spare slot next week if you want to jump in then as well. I don't know if you're busy or not, but yeah.
I think that was the one, because I tried to do all 3, but I think that was the one I can't do.
Okay.
Is it the same time?
Yeah.
Let me double check. Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't make that one.
That's all right. Hopefully we can game together in the future. It was cool gaming with you.
Yeah.
And all right, we'll stop the broadcast.